What's good? What's good? What's good, people? What's good, people? What's good, people? What's good, people? Yo, this is another session of Have a Seat. You know what we doing today? We just gonna talk a little bit, man. So again, understand this is my introduction to y'all. So what we will always do and what I always would say is this is the year of healing for us. And this being the year of healing for us, you have to know that there's five things. Mental healing, physical healing, emotional healing, financial healing, and spiritual healing. These are the things we're working on with our healing. If you missed this podcast, if you missed this broadcast, understand that you could go to the Have a Seat page on Facebook or Have a Seat page on YouTube. It will be uploaded so you won't miss nothing. You can get involved if you want to be on it. If you want to be on the podcast for the live show, you can do it. I'll tag you. We can talk, man. Let's do it, man. You know, because we're here to heal people, man, and that's all I want to do, and that's all I'm gonna do. So with that being said, let's get started. My main topic is really I don't have no main topic. What's going on with me? I've been trying to build myself to deal with mental health. Mental health is a serious situation. It could be involved in many things. The things that it could be involved in, it could be what people would consider as people that's crazy, just, you know what I'm saying, and just things of that nature, to be sent to a mental health institute. That's a high level of medical. But we also have mental health would deal with people who have post-trauma. Post-trauma does not just deal with people that's in the war of armies. People come with post-traumatic situations where the post-traumatic situations are dealing with the differences of what we suffer from. There are a lot of people that have been overseas fighting for the U.S. And when they do that, they come home and they still have those issues. They hear the gunshots, they hear everything that's going on, and it traumatizes them. You also have people that are on the lower field. The lower field is people that might be coming home from an institute, whether it's prison or hospital, things of that nature. And we don't want to address those things. We look at people that come home from prison. Oh, you survived, you made it. You know, the tough man thing. What's going on, Brian? Man, we're gonna try to. Excuse me, Brian. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to do it this week and then just continue on. Hopefully, everybody be available. If not, you know, we get who we can get there to get to the men's group. If people want to know what I'm talking about when I'm speaking to Brian, I have a men's group. I put out the post to, for us men to have a soundboard, a place of safe haven for us to discuss things amongst us men, the same way women have their groups of people to discuss things amongst themselves and have a conglomerate, or get together and a group to speak their mind without having to be chastised or criticized or things of that nature. These are a lot of the topics, things that I will be talking about consistently, and this is dealing with mental health too, because what we go through on a regular basis is, instead of us being brought up as men and bigged up as men, is we get pressurized. Hey, what's going on, Erica? We get pressurized from our significant other or women in society to act a certain way, talk a certain way, and look a certain way. And when we don't fulfill those needs in their eyes, we're looked at as no good. And that's not the case. Sometimes we are suffering inside, so we don't know how to express ourselves. You know, a lot of people, when we have things inside of us, held inside of us, what we end up doing is, you know, we end up blowing up. And then when we blow up, it's like, man, why he do me like that? It's because not you per se. It's because we don't know how to let ourselves speak without being looked at badly. And when we looked at badly, it's like we don't want to be looked at as weak. We want to be the strong men that we are. But we also need women, our significant other, to be able to understand that it's okay if we shed a tear because we're hurt. It's okay that we speak emotionally because we're hurt or we feel in some type of way without being criticized for speaking that way. And if we don't get that, then what it'll never work. You'll never be in a relationship that'll work for you. You know. What's up, Damon? What we're gonna try to do? We're gonna try to recap this thing this Wednesday, and then follow back on regular schedule. Hopefully, like I told Brian, hopefully people come. If it's just us three again, so be it. If you want to switch it up and say you want to, you like your people saying, if you want to do a live Zoom or whatever, let people participate, we could do that. We could broadcast it big on whatever platform you want to put it on. Just let me know how if you want to do that. I'm open to all suggestions, so we could get as many men as involved as possible. Um, um, we're trying to get as many men involved as possible, because I got some other things that's in the bucket too. I had a person that made a suggestion that he wants to do a podcast involving us, but I said I had to talk to them to see if people are comfortable being on camera or on air, because sometimes things that we say, people don't really want that to get out. We still shy about expressing ourselves. We have to get to the point of what I say is, I don't care no more. I don't care no more. I don't care what people think about me no more. I don't care about what people say anymore. You know, um, I got to say what I got to say, and it's gonna come out. You feel me? What's up, Drew? Um, so with that being said, again, what the world needs to understand, and what the world needs to comprehend, is that we need each other. Um, we don't say it. We don't say it enough. We don't express it enough, because it's not a known thing. But we suffer too as men. Um, and us as men suffering is not a good thing for our society. We wonder why the society is so broken. We wonder why all these killings are going on. These killings are going on because there's no guidance in our tribe, in our community. With no guidance in our tribe, in our community, um, comes from the men not being able to guide the youth. They have no one else to look up to except for what's on the videos. Um, right, terrible thing, terrible thing. So what we want to do is, we want to try to break this generational curse, which is what it is. We're still in the mindset of trying to look the best, trying to act the best. It's not wrong. We all can look good. But what we need to do is, we need to get more involved with our youth. They're not, I doubt they're going to listen to us, but we have to try. We got to at least reach one. What am I doing? I'm not speaking just to be speaking. I'm speaking what I'm doing, because I have started the process. I'm putting in action these things that I'm speaking about. And with that being said, I can't be looked at as saying I'm just talking. There's a lot of people that do a lot of talking, whether politicians or whatever. I'll say it. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the one to say, yo, y'all not doing that for us in the community. Y'all not giving us no outlets. I'll be the one to try to get in the community, because that's what I've been wanting to do. That was the whole point of me putting my shop where it was at, so I could be in the community, whether you support it or not. However, it's not up to me. That's your own personal preference. My situation is my situations. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? What I'm destined to be, what I will be. What I'm destined not to be, I will not be. What's meant for me is meant for me. What is not, is not. I don't pressure nothing else outside of that. So what people need to do in themselves is heal. We need to start healing. What we need to start healing on, we need to start mentally healing first. We need to start mentally healing first. And that's a daily process. This is not an overnight process. It's never going to stop, because every day is a mental struggle with yourself. But you have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, or try to find out who you are, or take the time to find out who you are, you're going to self-destruct. You're going to constantly feel that you're climbing up a wall that's never ending. There's no top point to it. And when you feel like there's no goal to be reached, you give up. So in order to reach that goal, what you need to start doing is finding out the causes of your pain, your suffering, the things that don't be afraid to say, look at your spouse and say, look, you're not bringing me no peace, babe. I need you to be my peace. I need you to be my safe haven. I need you to be the person I could come to for anything. I don't need you to sit there and point out my flaws. I know my flaws. I need you to help me get over these issues that I'm having. I need you to be a suggester. I need you to be my soundboard for when I need to speak, you know? And those are the things that we want in life, you feel me? But we don't have them. I can get into relationships. I don't know if I want to deal it. Well, like I said, this is an open subject, open topic. Anybody that wants to speak, if you want to get on the video, if you want to jump on a video, me bring you on right here, you want to talk about something, just do it. I'm gonna do this for to about 8:30, or if it goes, I'm gonna do it to 8:30. That's my cutoff limit. But if people want to get on and talk and it goes over that, that's cool. This is something I'm gonna try to do every week. Like I said, if you missed it, go back, rewind it, or I'm gonna upload it to my page. Have a Seat page on Facebook, have a Seat page on YouTube. It will be there. You will get all the content that I have. This is gonna be a healing year for all of us, man. All of us as a people, we need to have a healing year. And I'm here to help as much as possible. You know, I'm doing things to help myself, but I also need the people to get the same type of help. You feel me? So, how you doing? How you doing, ma'am? How you doing, ma'am? What's up, Ty? Crazy ass. You something else, boy. It is what it is, man. I know how I go. People get frustrated, but you gotta lead by example, man. You the next generation, man. Be bank on you. I can't tell you what to do. I can only make suggestions. I can only make suggestions, fam. I can only make suggestions. I can only guide you. That's what I'm here for. I'm out the loop. You feel me? Not out the loop. You know what I mean? Like I'm 43 years old. You know what I mean? So I don't put in my work. It's time for the next ones to take over and do what they need to do. You can't blame the old heads for what we got going on. It's time for y'all to take over and lead the way and set them guidelines. What's up, Tamika? How you doing? I hope you still studying your Rocky. If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. The Riki. I remember you gave me a snippet of it. It was shocking a little bit. I know I'm supposed to get back with you to get the full thing. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. But yeah, so my thing is this. Again, I see a lot of females get up here, so I'm gonna let y'all in on something since it's women. I'm gonna ask y'all to do something. If you're in a relationship or you're thinking or wondering why you're not in a positive relationship, and I know how people say, "Oh, man, gonna cheat, man, gonna do this, man, gonna do that." We got to stop pointing fingers. I'm not saying men don't cheat, but I know personally a lot of women do. I'm not an innocent person. I can never put down nobody. I can never speak harsh about anyone. I'm not in a position to do no such thing. But what we need to do is we need to start building each other up. Tearing a person down because they don't fit the criteria of you. You have to understand, if that person doesn't fit in your life and what you have going on, then don't mislead him no more than you want to be misled. Say, cool, you're a good person, you're a good soul, but you're not meant for me. I don't feel this going anywhere. We got to start trying to make things work that we know is not going to work. We got to start trying to think that we can change people that's not going to be changed or not ready to be changed. So that's the problem with the society we live in today. We feel like, oh, they're not going to do that with me. Then I can make them like this. I can make them. I can mold them. A person is only going to be who they're going to be. They're not going to be no more, no less. They could be greater than what they are. They can evolve, but it has to be on their terms. It can't be on your terms. You can't say, I'm not waiting around doing this. You got to set these boundaries and goals for yourself and understand, do you fit within what's going on? If you don't fit with what's going on, then let that go. No matter how good the sex is, no matter how good the connection is, no matter how good these things are, if it doesn't fit within your circle, your what you have in mind and your situation and what you're trying to accomplish, then you have to let it go. But at the same time, you can't expect this man to pick up your burden because it's not his job. It's not her job either. So I speak unbiased. And what I mean by I speak unbiased, I don't speak from just a man's point of view. I speak from a broad point of view. You know. So the thing is, this was something that I wanted to share before, but I wasn't able to because of, the way I had my setup. I didn't really know what I was doing. So what I will do is try to play this snippet and hope y'all can hear what's going on with this snippet. You feel me? So this is what it's, okay, let me see what I can find. Excuse me for a moment. Here you go. Not probably play. My fault. That wasn't the one I wanted. So so I'm gonna find this. So I'm gonna go ahead and find this one that I'm looking for. Let me do it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Boy, my God, man. Spoken very, 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 very well. Spoken very well, very, very well. Um, and see, that's another form of mental trauma, man, that we suffer from. Um, and it's sad, that we can't even ourselves express who we are. And it falls back to our upbringing. Our upbringing is a big factor in what 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 we have dealt with in our life. Um, which is not controlled to the point where we don't know how that is. And as us as children growing up, we thought everything we was doing was right. Um, our parents thought everything they was doing was right. Stay in the child's place, mind your business, be seen, not heard. Um, but that's not a good thing. That suppressed us from expressing ourselves. And then when we don't know how to express ourselves, we go where we can get expression from. We wonder why women start being promiscuous at a young age because they don't feel confident in their home. What's up, Shatara? We don't feel confident in our home. We don't feel loved in our home. We don't feel wanted in our home. We don't feel needed in our home. So why be there? Why be where we don't when we don't receive none of this? Where we don't feel protected? That's why kids get involved in gangs. Majority of the time, kids get involved. Majority of the time, kids get involved in gangs because they're lacking something that they're not getting at home. Um, what they're lacking at home, and when they don't get that, they're gonna go where they can find it. Whether it's with an older guy for a female that they feel, oh, he's an older guy, more mature, so he's gonna show me this, he's gonna give me this, he's gonna give me the thing, he's gonna give me the confidence, he's gonna boost everything up for me, and I'm gonna confide in him, and I'm gonna love him, regardless of if he abuses me, misuses me, mistreats me, things of this nature. Because at home we wasn't even getting attention because they give us just a little bit of attention. I could say, for example, I can only speak facts, and my facts is my truth, and my experiences are my truth. Whether there's someone else's truth is doesn't that I can't speak on. I can only speak on what I've been through. Um, and in my experiences of coming up, uh, my father was in my life. My mother, I wasn't like it wasn't a two-family home, but I had both of my parents in my life. But in that sense, when I lived with my father, he was a hard-working man, worked 3 jobs. But understanding the time of 3 jobs, there's only 24 hours in a day. 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job. 16 hours out of a day. That only leaves you 8 hours, right? So out of them 8 hours, what he needs to make sure I eat. He needs to make sure he gets rest. So take 2 hours, 16 hours, take 2 more hours of, no, 16 hours, take another hour. I'll say 2 hours of getting, matter of fact, let me put it this way. At a 16 hours, I would say another hour of transportation from work, back and forth to work. So that's an hour, okay? His resting time, this is my father. Um, 9 to 5, say, or 8 to 4, whatever. I'm gonna say regular 9 to 5. Get home around 5, 4, 5, 6 at the latest. In 5 more hours, he has to get up and get ready to go to the second job. So, 16, 5, that's 21. 1 hour to transportation, that's 22. He only has 2 hours out of the day to even see what I'm going through. That is not enough time to get anything done because he still has to cook dinner. or find me something to eat if he can, if he's able to, if he could afford it. Because I'm not the only child, but I'm the only one living with him at the time. Starting the age of 12, had no father home. I got attention, but I was also pretty fucking being became a ticking time bomb. But I also had to step forward. Of course, it all starts in the home, and this the thing too. People say they starting the game at 12. I did the same thing, but my maturity level was being I was so young. Being at my age, I was the youngest in my family. So, out of my siblings, so I had people to look up to. I was around people older than me, 10 years older, better. So I gravitated to that. Me gravitating to that caused me to mature faster because I had no one else to understand it. The only thing I seen these dudes was hustling, getting money, and the energy, for some reason, the energy I professed it, they loved it. They gravitated to it. They accepted me. So it was more or less like, yo, Lex, go to school, come home, you can hustle, do what you want to do. But they understood my mind frame was surpassed where I was at. And it was a respect level with me. But at the same time, if my father had the time to give me, to sit me down and actually be full-fledged a part of my life, I feel things would have been different. I can't, I'm not making excuses. I don't feel like it's a reason or whatever. I can't say that he didn't have the time to guide me the way I feel should have been guided. Now that I'm being aware of it, and as a father myself, these are the things I have to recollect and reflect on. So with that being said, it was things that was missing in part of my upbringing, which is the reason I said I was not raised. My parents didn't raise me. They took very good care of me. They did what they needed to do, the bare minimum. They food, clothing, and shelter. But see, people always think that's the key. That's all we have to do. As long as I feed you, clothe you, and make sure you got a roof over your head, you good. Negative. Because in the end result, if you don't know what's going on in here, if you don't know how your child feels, if you don't know how to help your child express themselves, instead of getting angry and frustrated at the child because he's not moving at the pace that you wanted to move at, we losing. Now he has to find acceptance somewhere for his flaws that you thought was a flaw in him. Say your child slow reader, but you thinking like, damn, you're my child, you're supposed to be able to do, instead of trying to figure out how we could work this area or what's going on, you shun him. So now he's going to go to people that don't even give a fuck if he can read or not. And he's going to feel accepted. And he's going to gravitate to them people. And regardless of how many times you whoop his ass, put him on punishment, or scorn him, he's not going to come back to you full-hearted. He's going to keep going back to the people that accept him for without looking at, without judging him. So, in saying, when you speak to your child, everything starts in the mind. We have to understand and be like, look, we have to get an understanding of what our child is going through, you know, and things of that nature. So, if it's like you said, it starts in the home. You know, you can never do too much for your child, but you have to be involved. If you're not involved in your child's life, and I ain't talking about, it's so hard. It's not hard to explain, but it's so much to explain. And that's why I say this is going to be an ongoing topic of dealing with mental health every day. Every time you see me on live, please chime in. Because this is an ongoing thing that needs to be done. Because if we don't have mental health or help going through our mental health, we're going to lose every time. We're going to suffer every time. This is the healing year. I'm here to help y'all heal. And like I said, we're going to get into all types of subjects. Listen, I got to work on my physical healing, which is my eating habits, my workout habits, things like that. So I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get back to myself. My emotional habits, my mental habits. My emotional habits are The emotional healing is being able to express myself without feeling like it's without coming off extreme. Learning to control my emotions, you know, but not the way society sees how your emotions should be for your gender. I'm no, I'm not one of those. I've got. I think I look at it different when people say I don't want to be gender based, but I look at it from a different light. I look at this as humans, where I don't want us to say it's a women thing or a female thing to do such things. Certain things, yeah, I know that I wouldn't condone. I'm not gonna put on a dress. I'm not gonna put on no panties. I'm not gonna put on no eyes. I'm not gonna put on no feminine nothing. But I will tap into my emotions of saying that I'm not scared to speak my mind. I'm not scared to tell you that I'm hurting. I'm not afraid to say, yo, I don't like something. It bothers me. I don't like the way you're talking to me. I don't like the words you are using towards me. You can say, oh, you sound like a bitch. You sound like a little female soft, light, tough enough. You take it there, say what you want to say. But if you don't want me to express myself, then you don't want me around you. You see what I'm saying? Because if you can't let me express how I feel, then how the fuck do you want to be around me and try to understand who I am? You got to let the people express how they fucking feel, however it comes out. And if you don't let a person express how they feel, then you will never understand that person. We can't go around and say, I know this person, I know this person, I know my child, I know my father. We don't. We don't know nobody. Because how do you know somebody and you're not them? You only know yourself. You can't say, I know my child. How do you know your child? Because you gave birth to him? Because you around them every day? Oh, I ain't raising him like that. No, you ain't raising them at all. You just told them what you don't like, what you don't want done, what you expect out of them. But until they tell you or show you how they feel or express to you how they feel, then you don't actually know what's going on in their head. And that's the thing we do as parents. We fail to realize. Yeah, I'm a new parent, and people can say, "Oh, you just had a baby. You don't know who it is." I know because I know me. I was a child. I was a child at one time too. I wasn't a parent. I was a child. I grew up. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things that I lacked as a child. So yeah, I understand what I'm saying. You feel me? And what people fail to realize is I'm not going to let my child do this. It's not about that. You have to get to know your child. You got to let your child express themselves. You got to allow your child not to be afraid to speak to you, talk to you, let them know how they feeling, what's going on. Every day you should be asking your child how they feel. Not on some, yo, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. No. How you? What's going on in your head? You have any thought? What's on your mind? What your mental space look doing like today? You see what I'm saying? These are the things we have to do because we're gonna lose our children because we don't have no understanding. They don't feel comfortable talking to us because we're older. Everybody want to be the cool parent. Fuck that. I could be a cool ass goddamn parent, but at the same time, I'm worried about my child. I want to know why he's feeling some way. I want to look at his body. Yo, you're off today. What's going on, bro? Come talk to me, man. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to put you down. I'm not here to even chastise you, discipline you, punish you, or nothing. I need to know what's going on in your mind frame. What's going on? Somebody bothering you? Let's figure this out together. I need you to know I'm your confidant. You can come to me for anything. You can speak to me about anything, and I'm not going to sit here and look at you as less than who you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we allow too much, though. When you sit there and be like, oh, I'm just letting them express themselves, and they come off, I don't know where this switch gender comes in. I don't have nothing against homosexuals. I don't have nothing against people that's bisexual. That's not my thing. I don't know how it started, where the I know I could go into history lessons and things of that nature. Yeah, I love women. I always have. Always will. Whether it's physically or just being around them. So, again, what we're going to do is we're going to heal this year. I'm going to help you heal if you want me to help you. I'm here to talk. Of course, I say I'm the hood therapist. I laugh and joke about that, but I'm dead ass serious. Like, yo, I'm here. I'm your soundboard. Let's get through this together. let's heal as a people. I'm taking the steps to progress in that area. Getting certified so I can do this on a regular basis. So y'all don't think I'm just running off at the friggin' mouth and because most people feel like if he ain't got the paperwork, he don't know what he talking about. Another fucking society syndrome that we fucking have. Like I said, we gonna start with the mental, then we gonna, we can get into the emotional side. My thing is this. I said, I spoke about getting financial healing. Oh my God, I love talking about money. I might not eat. I can't. Damn, I didn't supposed to be. But one thing I will tell you. I got this shit here. Okay. One thing I would tell you is a book. You see this book, the 0%, straight off Amazon. I forget how much I paid for it. The 0% by Duval Day. Read it. Watch where it take you. Don't be afraid. Cause see, I got plenty, and anybody that knows me or knows of me, this is what I do. This is what I do. What they say, bankrupt the bureaus. The truth about credit scores, and the 3 major bureaus. This is another one. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm here. We here. Redemption manual. There's 5 to this. It's 5. This part 1 is. There's 5 of them. I mean, my part is 4 manuals. They broke it down. It used to be just one. I think I got that big one. I think I probably gave my sister all. That's just one. Oh, shit. Then you have this, the UCC. UCC is where everybody goes by dealing with life and property. But I'm gonna tell you something else that you need to look into with the USCs. That's another form. We're gonna talk about this here and there. That's dealing with your finance. I said emotional, I said mental, physical, financial, and spiritual. Spiritual is a touchy subject. It's a real touchy subject. They say don't speak about religion and politics. Shit, but I don't give a fuck. My spiritual journey, man, has been crazy. I've dealt with this, the Yoruba religious concepts, dealing with Ifa, which is based out of Nigeria. But it has gone on to different countries of Ghana, the Bani, Mali, is all the western coast, all through the Congos. There's different factions and different ways of life. There's plenty of material on that. We can get into that. Like I said, this is have a seat. When I say have a seat, let's talk, man. Let's get it. Like whatever you want to talk about, get on live. If you want to come on, tell me you want to come on. I'll put you on here. We could just chop it up. Like I'm saying, I know, this the age of technology. In the age of technology, it's a lot that we could do. So with that being said, like I said, again, I'm gonna be uploading my videos. If you missed it, to my page of Have a Seat. Also on YouTube, Have a Seat. I will be sharing certain videos that they're dealing with the topics that we still discuss. I'm working out the kinks of what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna be having subjects come on, just the regular talk, chop it up. I got a guy that deals with the health. He deals with a lot of CMOS. He deals with the CMOS. I'm gonna get him on here. We gonna chop it up. I don't know know if I'm gonna have my podcast or my homeboy's podcast again. The coffee shop that's about to get back popping again with my homeboy, Blick Fair and Hollywood Cole. We about to get that popping again. This is just my art shoot, man, because I be having shit to say, man, and you know I ain't got time to wait. That's just me just keeping it real. You know, everybody that knows me knows that I don't sugarcoat shit. But I know how to speak. I learned how to speak more politically correct in a sense. But this is my shit. You don't like it, fuck it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, just let me know how y'all feel, man. You know, what I'm gonna do is I want to shout out to my man King Cooley. Y'all go get that Trapezoid, man. He should be on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Here go a snippet from his shit right here. Yeah, that's my man right there, man. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let that be known with that, man. You know, and I'm blessed. I love y'all in the sense that love is the greatest thing of all times. I love myself, so I have radiance for love for other people. I appreciate those who came in, tuned in for a little bit. Tell your friends, tell your family. You know, saying Lex is on. Lex is doing something else again, man. I'm at it. I'm gonna stay busy, man. And I want to take as many people as I can with me that's like-minded and want to get things done. Let's get it, man. Let's get into this community, man. Let's make our name known for ourselves instead of just sitting back complaining and talking about what we ain't getting done. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get it done. You feel me? Let's get it done. You feel me? So, you know, I'm about to go just watch this game, spend some time with my little one. Love that Joker, man. That's my boy. And with that being said, man, I'll see y'all next time, man. Y'all be safe out here.